My name is Bushfallers David. My impressions for Europe are they have good roads, that their standards of living are high, their patients and old people are well taken care of, and they are well developed. And what I don't like about Europe is they have discrimination and racism.
That's me, Mbuh. I'm a filmmaker from Cameroon. Together with my friend Constant, we will be leaving for Germany. There we want to focus on a topic which is very interesting to us. It's Constant's first journey to a foreign country.
Nous procédons actuellement au ravitaillement de l'appareil au carburant. Nous vous demandons de vous abstenir de manipuler tout objet susceptible de produire une flamme. Merci.
We meet Nils and Hannes, two old friends from Berlin. Our project can start. Together, we will be contributing our African perspective with their European point of view in order to tackle the questions, why so many Africans want to migrate to Europe? And is it just a Eurocentric problem? We are ready. Let's see what we can find out.
Von Wien weiter nach Bratislava, 68 Kilometer. Die Stadt ist interessant. Die Menschen sind sehr gastfreundlich. Wir haben die Burg besichtigt und hatten einen schönen Blick auf die Stadt und die Donau. Und die Donau, ja. Donau.
Donau ist der Fluss, ja?
Ja.
I came back from Guinea. It is around 2012 that I left. On my way, I came through Senegal to Mauritania, actually, which took me 3 weeks because I have so many other things that stop me on the way. Then 1 week, make it 4 weeks before I get to Morocco. This is how I get there. And then from Morocco, I spent quite some time there. I was living for a while, for almost 8 months, before I get the possibilities to get to Spain by boat. Yeah, I came to Germany here, when that was 2013. I was from Spain, then I came here, expecting, maybe the situation will be far better, and then there will be so many possibilities that I will have to do or that I will achieve here. I was not doing theater before, but since I started it, I see, okay, now it is really helping me to get in touch with the people. We are, we are like one family.
Wie viele Punkte? Wie viele Punkte? 3. 1 ist gut. 1 ist gut. Ich würde ihm eine 2 geben. 1, 2.
So, Jallo, what is your present situation here in Germany?
So it's very, very hard, and the situation is not in a position whereby I could say it's okay, or yes, I am free, or I am able to do things that I wanted to do. Obviously, it's the opposite. My mother actually, she believed me. For her, for my younger brothers and sisters, because they are young, and like as I said, how I myself I was believing before. Even if you explain to them, they wouldn't believe it. They won't, because of the mentality that people are having. That's everything here, and maybe everything is easy to get here, which is not.
Keep the swing going, Yellow. The swing. Keep moving your shoulder, Yellow.
The hymns actually, they are not good enough for the people, I can say. I mean, the hymns, the locations that where they are situated, it's not suitable for the people. It's very, very isolated. And then the conditions of the hymns, it's not places whereby someone would like to live. I mean, you are not a single person, or not two people in one room. I mean, people who came from different cultures, who have different mentalities, and you are all stuck in one place in a condition which is unbearable. To me, I find out that it's not a place that I can live. I need so many activities to do. I need to get into the society, to the public. There are so many things that I would like to do because I'm young, and then I'm willing and able to do it, but with the conditions of the times, didn't permit me. It's just like a prison. It's not a good place for young people, even not for nobody, I could say.
What does Jallo mean with the bad living situation he finds himself in? We arranged a Skype call with Mohamed Atta, press speaker of the Federal Agency for Migration and Refugees.
Das Bundesamt ist zum einen zuständig für die Asylverfahren in Deutschland, entscheidet darüber, ob Menschen, die hier Asyl beantragen, auch tatsächlich Schutzgründe haben und den Schutz dann bekommen.
If we could take this year as a point of focus, how many Africans who applied for the resident permit?
Well, in 2014, we had about 40,000 asylum seekers from African countries here in Germany. The biggest group of asylum seekers from Africa were the people from Eritrea.
To express himself more accurate, Mohamed Atta continued the interview in his native language. Good for Nils? unfortunate for
Wichtig zu
Constant.
wissen ist, jeder Fall ist ein Einzelfall, der dann auch als solcher geprüft wird. Und wir gucken, sind diese Schutzgründe da? Wenn wir sehen, nein, diese Gründe sind nicht da, also wenn jemand tatsächlich aus der Armut geflohen ist. Armut ist kein Flüchtlingsgrund oder kein Grund für den Flüchtlingsschutz, dann können wir kein Asyl gewähren. Auch wenn wir natürlich nachvollziehen können, dass Menschen auf der Suche nach einem besseren Leben ihr Land verlassen. Das ist ja, glaube ich, menschlich nachvollziehbar, aber so sind die rechtlichen Bedingungen. Das ist das einzig Entscheidende dann letzten Endes für uns.
Was würden Sie sagen, was gilt es zu verbessern? Also würden Sie sagen, das System, wie es gerade ist perfekt?
Das System ist sicherlich nicht perfekt. Deswegen gibt es im Moment ja auch vor allen Dingen auf europäischer Ebene große Diskussionen darüber, was wir verbessern müssen in der Flüchtlingspolitik. Alle haben erkannt, dass wir weitere Tote auf dem Mittelmeer nicht mehr hinnehmen dürfen. Und ich kann natürlich heute nicht sagen, wie diese Diskussionen ausgehen werden, aber dass Handlungsbedarf da ist, glaube ich, uns allen bewusst.
30,000 asylum seekers just from the African countries. Imagine, you are restricted in an asylum camp without permission to work. How is it possible to start a life here?
Não, só se for nimse, e moi je za ruliom da. Schon dabei. Das war ein Prozess, ich war gerade 20, in der Zeit, wo man zur Disco geht und keine Ahnung. Es war noch nicht für mich die Zeit, wo ich mich mit irgendwelchen großen Gesetzen mich auseinandersetzen soll. Ich wollte eigentlich hier kommen, Menschen sehen, Technologie, Entwicklung und keine Ahnung, die Sache, die China, die ich zu Hause hatte, so wie ein Tourist. Und noch wieder zurückgehen oder vielleicht bleiben oder keine Ahnung. Ich hatte keine so... Für mich, ich wollte Deutschland entdecken. Wie bin ich hier gekommen? Ich bin nach S2S, nach Russland, von Cameroon nach Russland gegangen zum Studieren. Und das Studium habe ich abgebrochen, weil ich konnte nicht mehr bezahlen. Ich bin dann nach Deutschland direkt gekommen. Und da unter ganz anderem Status, nicht mehr als Student. Denn ich muss als Asylbetreiber so antragen. Ja, damals war noch kein Status, weil als Asylbetreiber, du dürfte noch nicht arbeiten und du war irgendwie auch weniger als eine Blume in der Gesellschaft, fast für Dekoration wäre. Ja. Du war zwar da, aber auch gleichzeitig nicht da. Ich hatte ein Transitvisum. Ich musste dann mit nach Kamerun zurück. Ich bin am Flughafen gelandet. Mein Freund. So, das war Sache der Sekunde. Vor die Tasche überhaupt, da wo die rollen und so kommen. Ich war schon draußen. Für mich, die war dumm und für die, ich war dumm. So sieht man so aus. Und klar, der Zug ist am Ausbahnhof gestanden. Ich bin untergegangen. Nachdem die mir empfohlen haben, soll zur Polizei gehen und sagen, ich bin ohne Papier. Ich habe selber da geklopft. Hey, hallo Leute. Hier bin ich. Ich bin Politiker, Refugee. Ich glaube, die haben gedacht, ich habe nicht alle Tasten im Kopf. Die haben zu mir gesagt, was? Ich sage, ja, I want asylum. I'm a big politician. I want to... So. Ich habe gesagt, okay, you're welcome. What's your name? How do you came? Who were you in your party? But first, show us your passport and your visa. I said, no, I have nothing. He said, so how did you come? I said, I came with sheep. I said, wonderful. So, and where did you accost it or something like this? I said, in Frankfurt. But in Frankfurt, actually, there's no sea there. So. Du bist reich, Junge, Mensch. Du wärst voll reich, Junge.
Wallah, schon. Mach ich, aber.
Ja?
Bitte sehr.
Ich habe noch keine deutsche Bürgerschaft, aber ich fühle mich immer als Deutscher, weil ich interakte jeden Tag mit Deutschen. Ich habe hier deutsche Kinder. Okay, wir sagen deutsche Kamerunisch. Du bist neu, ich habe dich noch nicht gesehen.
Ja, ich bin neu.
Aufpassen.
Fast 2 Wochen.
Echt? Es gibt Leute, die Haare schneiden und die Fleisch. Es gab dann 2 Möglichkeiten. Entweder man heiratet oder man macht ein Kind, um hier zu bleiben. Gut, ich war zwischendurch verliebt mit meiner Jenny. Wir wollten hier heiraten, hat nicht dann geklappt. Ich muss dann nach Kamerun gehen und dort so heiraten mit ihr. Denn ich habe dann in Kamerun dann mit ihr geheiratet und ich habe 1 Jahr fast gewartet, bis der Visum. Ich konnte hier in den Status von Familie zusammenführen. Dann 2004, 2005 war wieder dieser Visum wieder zu Ende. Ich war wieder zu der Punkt war zwischendurch. Jenny hatte sich schon getrennt, weil in der Zeit, wo ich in Kamerun war, sie hat auch schon zu mir gesagt, ja, ich lasse dich kommen, ich liebe dich, aber es werde zwischen uns kein großartiges Leben sein, weil sie will wieder studieren gehen und so weiter. Aber sie bleibt mir immer sehr stark im Herz, weil wir waren beide 2 Kinder. Die älteren Leute haben immer gesagt, du sollst deine Sachen so wie ein Deutscher machen, weil dann die werden unsterblich. So, da war ein paar kleine Inputs, wo man so mitbekommt. Weil eine von meiner Uropa war der König von meiner Region, der heißt Nils. Und er wurde von den Deutschen aufgehängt. Ich habe dann die 2. Frau, wo ich geheiratet habe, kennengelernt. Ganz süßes, hübsch. Und wir sind dann ausgezogen zu einem größeren Raum, wo wir auch da meine erste Tochter bekommen. Ich habe ihr übrigens auch den Namen Nilo in Erinnerung von meiner Opa gegeben. Und das war auch für mich auch abgeschlossen. War auch früher auch für mich kein Stress, dass die Deutschen haben meine Opa aufgehängt. Aber das war auch im Kopf nicht vergessen. Aber dadurch, dass die haben mir wieder meine Nilo gegeben, das war dann meine Nilo. Ein bisschen egoistisch gesehen, aber das ist meine Entscheidung. Diese Richtung, wir fangen dann in der Richtung zu gehen. Ich habe die Exportfirma gegründet, weil ich habe angefangen zu denken, ja, ich esse schon hier, schon meinen Bauch. Aber was ist die anderen Leute? Was mit den anderen Jungs, die wollten auch mal einen Weg machen, aber die nicht können. Was hatte ich damals zu Hause gehabt, ich wäre vielleicht nicht nach Europa gekommen. Ja, ich schicke dir die Nummer. Wenn ich nach Kamerun gehe, heute, dass ich von Deutschland komme, ich bin nie so richtig mehr so ein Kameruner, weil ich habe mich anders auch entwickelt oder formatiert. Aber wenn ich in Deutschland bin, ist immer noch sehr klar sichtbar, dass ich von woanders komme. Stimme oder keine Ahnung, Color. Und wie ich mal zu meiner Tochter, die ist entstanden zwischen einer deutschen Mutter und ich, sagt, sie ist Hybrid. So sehe ich mich auch mit dem, ja.
Was würdest du den Afrikanern sagen, die vorhaben, nach Europa zu emigrieren?
Die von Krieg ihren Kopf erstmal irgendwo legen wollen, die sind in jedem Land willkommen. Ich werde sagen, sofort hier, Jungs. Aber die auch hier auch abenteuerlich, so wie ich, hier kommen, die müssen schon eine kurze Idee oder eine Vorstellung von was die hier machen wollen, hart daran arbeiten, es wird klappen, aber es ist nie einfach, ist gar nichts Geschenk. Europa ist ein tolles Platz, sonst ich wäre selber nicht da. Europa ist toll. geil, entwickelt, hat das Bestes. Aber Europa ist nicht von heute bis morgen auf seiner Stelle.
In Germany, the discussion about refugees is in all media. A part of the society has a problem with foreign people, but not Maya.
Attention! Wait. Wait. All right. Stand.
Wir haben das Projekt angefangen vor ungefähr 2 Jahren. Da hieß es noch Impulse. Und wir hatten eigentlich gar nicht genau eine Vorstellung, was passieren wird. Wir haben bei unseren Prozessen des Theaters und des Tanzes gemerkt, Menschen, die ziemlich schüchtern waren, die ziemlich auch schon gebrochen waren, die mit Trauer besetzt waren, ziemlich belegt waren emotional, dass man, wenn man den Raum gibt, so viele Kräfte rausgekommen sind und so viele Energien wieder aktiviert wurden, dass sie einfach besser weitermachen können, egal wie. Von der deutschen Politik wünsche ich mir, dass sie der Realität ins Auge sehen, dass es weltweit eine Zuwanderung geben wird und die nicht stoppen wird oder geringer wird, sondern größer wird. Und ich wünsche mir von der deutschen Politik, dass sie sehen, wenn diese Massen, die kommen werden oder auch kommen, wenn die alle durch das Asylsystem einwandern, wird es Probleme geben. Und der Prozess, den man durch Asyl, durch die illegale Einwanderung durchgeht, um erstmal den Anfang der Integration starten zu können, schadet man sich als Gesellschaft. Und dann hat jemand zum Beispiel beschrieben, dass es besser ist, eigentlich wirklich tot zu sein, weil dann ist die Sache klar. So steckst du in einer Wartesituation und weißt nicht, was kommt. Und das kann sich auf Jahre hinziehen. Und die Zeit muss genutzt werden. Diese Zeit ist verlorene Zeit. Und man sieht nicht den Reichtum, den man haben kann, aufgrund neuer Leute, die herkommen, aufgrund Menschen, die eine andere Kultur mit sich bringen. Der Reichtum, der dadurch entfalten kann, der wird dadurch verhindert. Also ich wünsche mir, dass sich die Einwanderungsgesetze lockern und überdacht werden. Ich wünsche mir von der deutschen Politik, dass sie sich an die eigene Nase fassen und überlegen, warum Menschen flüchten. Sich bewusst dabei zu sein, dass Deutschland so wie Europa, so wie der Westen einen großen Teil an den Konflikten weltweit beteiligt ist. Und ich wünsche mir, dass wir weltweit, es gibt nicht nur in Deutschland Rassismus, es gibt in jedem Land Rassismus, aber dass wir weltweit versuchen, uns als eine Menschenfamilie zu sehen.
For me, many left their schools or other kind of daily lives, which are very, very important. All that they have, and then just try to take this kind of ways to come. At the end of the day, you see that you cannot even go back, because all what you have wasted, you say that only that it was a very good starting of life, and then now you came here, we are wasting, and you cannot force anything to do. So it means you have to be useless.
Ja. Ich habe Träume. Träume für eine friedliche Welt, dass eine richtige Brücke Nord-Süd gebaut werden kann, dass man ohne Vorurteile sich interagieren kann und dass man auch auf eine Art auf Augenhöhe handeln kann. Und der letzte ist, dass meine Kinder alles bis zur Uni und weiter und alles studieren, um Mit euren Kindern auch. Das ist.
Aus Guinea.
Hast du Papier?
Nein, ich habe kein Papier.
Komm mal weg!
Dublin! This is our crime. This is our problem. Because of this, we are isolated from the public. Because of our fingerprints, we are shown racist. Because of our fingerprints, we have no freedom of movement. Because of our fingerprints, we have no future in Europe. Dublin.
And now we have a bit of ideas what it means to be a migrant and a refugee in Europe. But we need to understand the causes or motivation of these people. The four of us will go back to the roots with many questions still without answers. Our perspectives get a continental change. We are flying to Cameroon. Bamenda. Constant and I come from here. I love my country. There is no war. Nevertheless, a good number of young people chasing their dreams in Europe. What are the reasons for that? What are the push and pull factors? Let's see if we can find answers. Before we continue, the Germans were initiated. When does the thoughts about Europe begin? We visit a primary school to make an experiment with the young people.
Good morning, dear friends. I'm happy to meet you.
Ask you if you could paint for us a picture of what you have in mind when you're thinking about Europe.
impressions for Europe are they have good roads, that their standards of living are high, their patients and old people are well taken care of. I would like to follow my studies here in Cameroon.
It is interesting that every little one of them already has a similar thought about Europe. Our second appointment is about Kuwait. Europe is not the only goal. The path of migration also leading to the Arabic states. We met Viban Valeri. He founded the organization Local Youth Corner. His NGO tries to bring back girls from Kuwait. We heard some of them migrated under false promises and were treated badly.
So what are the challenges you faced bringing back these girls from Kuwait?
In advocating for the return of Cameroon girls from Kuwait and from other Middle East countries, we have faced a lot of challenges, like for instance, the fact that our state authorities do not really understand what we do not really take it serious. For instance, we received at the Prime Minister's office, and believe me, one of the directors told me he does not understand how we can claim that people are being held without their consent, that it is not normal. And their stories, my brother, they are sad listening to. One of them holds a master's degree in human rights law. That is amazing. It's the most funny thing I've ever heard. And she is a victim of human rights abuse. It's a big time network wherein there is an agent in Kuwait who identifies families that need such maids, takes money from them, then sends message to the agent back here in Cameroon, I need this number of people. The person here again takes money from the ones here and then sends the girls across the border. So you see that it is a two-way wrong traffic, You know that human trafficking is a crime against humanity. So those of them who have been victims, we're trying to look for a possibility of engaging them in trying to stop the act, a civil action, to stop the act of human rights trafficking.
What are the major issues that are really pulling African youths to Kuwait and Europe, all of these places?
We have failed to recognize who we are, what we have, and what we can use it. That is that's the root of this irrational migration thing. I would really love that you listen to the girls' stories from their mouths, because I'm sure some of them will willingly share their stories with you.
After the interview, Viban gave us the contact of one of the girls. To find her, we will be leaving Bamenda and start a journey through the country. Before we get deeper into the Kuwait story, other appointments are on our plan. The first stop is the capital city of Cameroon, Yaoundé. There we will meet an old schoolmate of mine, Leonard. When Leonard and I were young, he always dreamt about Europe. Years ago, I never thought he really would take the journey.
We were not thinking about our lives, but we were thinking about getting into Europe and to be called a bushfaller back in Cameroon. So that was what we had in mind. It's not like it's easy. About 300 to 400 people running toward the fence, and which those gendarmes, Moroccan gendarmes, are not up to 50. So you see, the resistance, the amount of people coming towards them, they cannot resist them. So the ones that will enter, and the ones that will fall back. So that's how it always happens. It's not like the gate is always free. They do their possible best to protect us, to fight, that we should not go into it. But since we have a population
And we are not coming there as if we are walking. It's like you have confronted a lion in a bush. You understand? So that lion coming towards you, or you going towards that lion, it's like this is a war. When we are coming, we are shouting. And from this shouting, they are also afraid. We are holding sticks. Not to beat any of them, but just to frighten them, to make them know that these people that are coming, they are dangerous. Well, I traveled out of Cameroon 2004 precisely, and you ask why. Reason is all about having that name Bushfaller, because as many of my friends came back, and many Cameroonians came back to Cameroon, and they were called Bushfaller, and the way they spend cash all around. So I had that anxiety also to go and make it and come and spend, so that I have that name Bushfaller. Because I thought it was a pride. Meanwhile, I never knew. So that's why I traveled out of Cameroon.
How did you communicate with your family and friends in Cameroon when you were in Morocco?
Communicating, like you see, you communicate with your family, those who have Facebook. You pass messages. Yeah, if you see this person, you say, I'm fine, I'm like this. And, going to town, this special point, like, making your friends back home know that, no, you are really a bushfaller. You see, you go out, you beg for alms, go to the market, buy dresses, go to town, take some snapshot, you post them on the Facebook. Their friends will see, wow, this Leonard, whoa, he's living well. Meanwhile, you are suffering. But you say, yeah, man, you are leaning in one car like that. They will say, is that your car? Yeah, this is a car that I'm using to go to work. Meanwhile, it's not your car.
Sometimes I ask myself, would there be so many migrants if the bushfire pictures on Facebook show more the truth?
It will be of our interest also to know why you finally came back from Morocco to Cameroon.
There was this European Union stuff that came up, and they said anybody that want to go back to his or her country to just come and register, give his name and the country that he's coming from, and they will take him back to his country free of charge.
Okay, when you arrived to Cameroon as a bushfaller, how did you feel?
When we arrived Cameroon, there was a list for all those who decided to sign the deportation volunteers. So when they call your name, they will issue you one envelope. I was not understanding what was happening. So till I was called. When I went and they gave me that envelope, they told me to go safely and I should take care of myself. So when I opened the envelope, I discovered €1,000 inside. Wow! I bought some dresses, and the ones that I first of all had, and I was fresh. Yeah, I came out like a real bushfaller. And most of the Douala ones decided to, somehow eat 300,000, 350, and then it took 300 to travel back. So it was like a means to come and enjoy and rest a bit and take off. I still had my intention going out, and I did. (2010) was that 10? Yeah, 2010. I still made the move. Well, why not try the water side? Since I've tried the barrier side and it's not going, let me try the water side. Pop, for my first time.
What is it in the minds of all these people, and what are they doing?
When everybody is already seeing the sea, you understand? When it is already done, you look at the sea, you don't see any end. In front of you, no end. Behind, no end. At your side, no end. Nobody is speaking to the other. You are like meditating.
the one that are meditating inner, and the one that are shouting, oh God, oh protect us, oh forgive us our sins, all those type of things, panicking. You understand? So that's the situation. It's like it's the end of the world. Who will save us? When you are there and you are having that refugee card, it's not like 100% you are already a Spanish man. No. There is this procedure. Depends on what you tell them. Why are you here? And why did you leave your country? What you explain to them is what they have to judge and see if rightly you have to leave your country or not. If it is like you are a politician and because of politics they want to kill you and you are under hiding, yeah, they see it's reasonable. They go, they find out and they discover that, yeah, it's true. They'll keep you. But you give a silly idea that they discover that you don't have any reason to leave your country. They'll send you back to your country.
Bushfallers coming back the second time. How was the situation now?
I'm having the name Bushfaller. It can never change. And we're fighting to have that name, to have money. But now that there is no money, what can I do? Can I kill myself? No, I just have to, meditate and see. Maybe God has another plan for me. It's nice, eh?
My friend will take all this risk just to have the name Bushfaller. It seems to me like a royal title for migrants.
Don't just have 5-5. You could have been failing, eh? It's okay now. Take. I'll look at it later, eh? Be a good girl, eh? Try your books, my friend. Pass the 7 to key. Good.
We are leaving Yaoundé. Our next stop is Kumba, where we meet Francisca, one of the girls who were in Kuwait. According to other sources, her story makes us nervous.
I'm called our Francisca Mbuh. I'm a 32-year-old female from Cameroon. For now, I'm a job seeker and a human rights activist. So there, I was in the market, and I'm already a good on demand on the market. Nobody needs to demand me from Cameroon, so my price increased. He sponsored me over to Kuwait for 600 dinar. But now I'm already there. Any person buying me will buy me in a higher price. So there they bought the bottles. The second master bought me 650, and when they realized some qualities in me, like speaking English fluently and being very literate, the third person bought me 730. So as they discover many qualities in you, so as the price to keep increasing. So we have been bought like goods. We are modern day slaves. I traveled to Kuwait in May 2015. Going there to go and serve as an English language teacher. That was what my agent told me before leaving for Kuwait. But on reaching Kuwait, I was taken just at the airport by my sponsors to go and serve as a maid. My life in Kuwait in my third house, I stayed there for 2 months. I've never been outside. I was like a prisoner. They go out every day, and I'm always inside. I've never gone out. The lady, she comes, hey, get up, walk. I bought you expensive. You especially, you are very expensive. I bought you 730 Kuwaiti dinar. It's much money. So you come here to work, you walk, and I pay you, and I bought you expensive. You walk, you don't sit. So always, I was very reminded of being an article. One time she showed me the television. Hey, Francisca, look at the television. It's a good. That's how I bought you like a commodity. So you need to work. So it's very common for them. They even call us kadamas. Kadamas in English it means slave. That's what they call us. Give us dress to wear, kadama dress. You don't dress normally. Give us a uniform. They call their husband babas. When Baba wants to eat, he doesn't want to see you. Shoo, go to your kitchen. Then that's the same man when the wife was not around. He was asking me to touch his body, massage him. So if you come to the kitchen and sit with me, because they have a little dining inside the kitchen, put on pornography for film on his phone, asking me to watch with him. We are not like human beings. For the Kuwaiti people, we are not human beings. We are like a different set of people. Maybe animals are even better. One diplomat there, he's so helpful. He called my master. He came the next day on the Saturday, and they told him, "You have been asking this girl to massage you. Islam is not good for that. That's sexual harassment, not good. So she doesn't want to take you to the police. She doesn't have a say. She just wants her passport. She wants to go back to her country." And for those of them who are willing to go and are still going, it will be much harder for them, because I don't think they will allow them to use their phones again. There will be no phones used. And then just imagine, like myself, my master bought me for that amount of money. I worked just for 2 months. His money is still, I haven't exhausted the money. So just imagine a different maid that will go and serve that same family. How she will be treated? She will be treated worst, because I've run away for 2 months, working just for 2 months without paying back their money, and then you, the different maid that will go and replace me, then you will be in hell. I don't think you will ever see even daylight. You will just be inside the house.
Sorry for that personal question, but you studied human rights and then you were trapped in Kuwait as a slave.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? How was it for you?
I'm still in trauma. I cannot lie to you. Recently, I was admitted due to the pains I went through in Kuwait. Like now, my neck and my back, they are not really okay. But as a strong girl, and somebody has a zeal in me to fight something, I have to get up from that bed and say, no, that's not my portion, and then keep on with my fight. Yeah.
Sometimes it seems like chasing dreams can turn into a nightmare. While being in Kumba, we got 2 messages. First, an old friend from Germany wants to see us. Second, we have the opportunity to speak with Mr. Bond, leader of one of the agencies who sent the girls to Kuwait.
I'm Mr. Bond. I work with organization on helping people. I like to see how people travel out of the country, if not only in the issue of making money, but to leave your country, see other country, see other people, and get to learn other things.
I'd like to know your personal point of view about the girls in Kuwait.
Yes, I can accept some of the stories of the ladies being forced to bed. And I cannot accept some of the stories, because to the way you get some of the stories, you really find it really difficult, because I don't understand how you can be working in a man's house as a maid. He has his wife, he has his children. So it's a whole family house. Now, you are talking about how the man is forcing you to bed in that same house. That means he was doing all that activities. Were there not people in the house? Like, it's just like the house was just like a lonely house, or like he took you to one jungle, then he was forcing to make love with you that you don't want. So I believe that if something of that aspect expired in any way, definitely it was like an agreement of something. Now you see now that your salary for about 2 years contract that you have been doing this job, you are satisfied with it. So there is no reason why you need to come down to your country and start making some scandals that no, you have been maltreated there, you have been punished, you have been told that, like stories that I've been getting. Some says that they have told them that they should sleep with dogs. Some says that they have said they should wash snakes with their hands. What do you got to do with animals? Because normally everybody knows how dangerous animals are. I tell them that they should know that when you are going out of the country, it's only for the helpless. It's not for people who come from better homes or who have better opportunities here. Then you drop them down and then you find yourself somewhere that you don't belong. Because all this scandal is just because they misunderstood the reasons of the Kuwait issue. Definitely, we know that people have some serious problems over there, but that's how it is. This person here is your boss. This person pays your flight ticket. This person issue you a visa. And you came here, you signed a contract to work. Now you don't want to work. Now, if you want to be a free lady, you have to pay the money for the flight ticket that has been spent on you. You have to pay the money for the visa that has been spent on you. Then you are free to go. So when they evaluate all that, it's a huge sum of money. And now you have no job that you have done to pay back that money. So they said, this is no case. You have to go back and work. And by the time you go back now, your boss start treating you badly. You only need to count yourself to blame. Because as you have decided to go to work, please work. That's it.
Regarding to the situation of the girls, have you ever heard the word kadamas?
No.
We had an interview with one of the girls and she's mentioned the word kadamas, and that's the word for slaves.
Definitely, everywhere you go in this world, you are a slave. As long as you are looking for a good life, you are a slave to anything you do. Even if she was going to work there in an office, she's still knowing that she must also know that she's a slave. Because I'm not just saying that a slave, like using the word like, I'm trying to say that because we know that the word slave trade gone long time ago. Yeah. But being a slave means that you are just like walking under somebody. So it doesn't matter. Your boss is your boss. As long as he employs you, he pays you, he feeds you, he clothes you. Even if he calls you what? Your reasons there was not to make challenges with him. If your boss doesn't pay your salary, that's where there is a problem. You have to protest. Because normally, when you work, you deserve a payment. And even me sitting here, if I work and somebody doesn't pay me, I don't give a damn who the hell you are. That time you're gonna know the difference between a slave and a master. Yes. Because I can do anything that I can do with my power to prove that you have not paid me and you ought to pay me. The insults that have been taken from you, anything that I've been tolerating from you, that salary that you ought to pay me, that's what brings me the peace in my mind. But if you don't pay me, I'm never gonna let it go.
Regarding to the Kuwait story, we interviewed 3 people, 3 times another perspective. But certainly, looking for a better life is not only a Eurocentric issue. Before we travel back to Bamenda, our journey through the country comes to an end in Chang.
Coming back to your question, how do I feel like a bushfaller home? I feel home! I say home! Yeah? That's it.
But you see yourself as a bushfaller? Would you?
No, I see myself like a Cameroonian living abroad. Because I said to you, bushfaller is somehow a little bit negative. I always see myself like an ambassador for my country, my culture.
Here in this royal palace, Alex's great-grandfather was a king until he was hanged by the German colonists.
Das ist die ältere Frau von der König, schon die dritte Generation. Coming with my new old wife with a new baby in her stomach, and the family is growing bigger and bigger. Maybe my dream is to see the four of you after 4 or 5 years at the Potsdamer Platz Treppe, that I say, wow, you have gone forward.
Time passes away, and every one of the team finds himself integrated in the community. But before we can continue our documentary, there was a slight disturbance. I became father of a little daughter. My daughter knows nothing yet about Europe. Maybe there comes a time that she would like to know about it. I'm not sure what I can tell her. There are so many wonderful but also bad things in Europe. After all the stories we heard, it's still difficult to give a general answer to why many Africans want to migrate to Europe. All the people we heard had another motivation. But what we understood is most of them risk a lot to make their way to better life. As time went on, the Germans experienced that not everyone in Cameroon is suffering, while Constant and I saw that not everyone there in Europe is rich. We should be open to different perspectives. As Alexander said, maybe there comes a time when we stand together again on the Potsdamer Platz in Berlin as a team.